Hi, welcome to my channel, More on 3D Designs. In this video I'm going to give you an outlook on my workflow. In this instance it's creating a model of a dog, a wild dog or a fighting dog. Not quite sure yet what the end result will be. In this sketch you can just see me, I'm just sort of planning out the pose, shape and form of the dog. It's by no means going to be a finished sketch, it's just to get it into my head what it'll sort of look like. I'll be using ZBrush to actually model it, and in here you can see that I've loaded up a default dog model, and now I'm just altering it slightly, changing its shape and the pose to get it somewhat to what I envisage the final model to be posed like. I'll be using Dynamesh and ZBrush quite often. The actual model is fairly low poly, and I'll keep it this way for quite some time while I map out its form, its shape. I think the model itself is just something like 75,000 polys at present. That will change, that will go up, that will go down as I constantly use ZBrush. You do lose a bit of detail in the ZBrush, but I'm not really interested in the detail at the moment. It's just getting the basic shape, the pose and the look that I'm after. Here I'm just playing around with the mouth, getting it to roughly the shape that I want it, ready for me to model the teeth, the tongue and the gums later down the line. I won't be concentrating on that in this video. Once I'm happy with that, I'll continue to use Dynamesh, ZBrush and just the basic brush to start adding some detail, some form, muscles. I'm constantly looking at reference material on my other monitor. I have images of domestic dogs, wolves, wild dogs, hyenas, and this is going to be a bit of a mishmash of all of them, but it's not going to be an anatomical reproduction, because I'm no dog anatomy expert, but all the reference material will help me map out the muscles and the form of the dog to make it look correct. You may be able to hear a dog in the background. It's a Bichon Frise. I won't be using that as a reference. As you can see, I'm adding more and more structure as I go, refining it a little bit, defining the parts, the muscles, the bone structure of the animal. All important. They have to have some reference to what exists, or people will not recognize it as a dog basically, and that defeats the object. It is a wild dog. Half monster maybe. We'll see. I'm not sure whether I'll adjust the dimensions, or scale should I say, by adding a character which will define its size. It might be where it's sort of a domesticated wild dog, where it's being ridden or controlled by a human. So not look completely wild. You see me, I'm just shifting the ears about just to help generate a look. But it's quite difficult to get a look of a vicious dog, especially when there's no teeth there at the moment. Excuse me. There are two subtools, two spheres, which I've used for eyeballs. They are generally in the right shape. I don't think I'll move them at all. They'll help me sort of get the head and the face correct. Later down the line I might notice that they don't look right and I might shift them slightly. But along with the standard brush tool, I'll be using the pull and push tool, move elastic tool, just to shape things. But yeah, we're nearly there now for this video, and as you can see, I've started defining quite a lot of muscle, but not gone into too much detail. I've not touched the feet really. That'll be in the next video. This will probably be one of 3 videos that I'll be doing, so this will be part 1. And if you enjoy watching what I do and help my channel, it's an old channel, but I've not really touched it for the last few years, but now I'm out to push it a bit more, especially with the advent of 3D resin printers, and they're becoming more affordable. So I would appreciate any subscriptions, likes, comments. Please, if you've got any questions, don't hesitate to ask in the comments below. Yeah, thank you very much for watching. I'll be back in about a week for part 2.